Cheese versus Hats, Game 6 of the regular season. Strike one by Ethan May. 2-2. Ethan had an impressive opening day. There's a ground ball over to first. Throw's not going to get him, but he's going to stay at one for a leadoff single in the first. Dylan, hard ground ball over to the left side. Tommy throws over to first. It's going to be a little offline from Nick. Ethan's going to go over to third, and there's runners on corners now after the first two at-bats. Grayson Blyle, a sub. Swings, drives to the corner, and it's gone off the foul pole. Grayson Blyle, 3 at-bats, 3 straight hits, and capping it off with a 3-run home run here in the first. And the Hats lead at 3-0. Just the 3rd time in LLW history a home run has gone off the foul pole. And that one with a real tiny but thick bat. Here's Calvin Bergert. Swings center field. Off the wall for a base hit in his debut. Ethan May back up. Had an impressive opening day as he swings, drives center field. Not caught and gone. On the topic of that opening day, he now adds 1 more home run to his league-leading 4 home runs in just the 2nd game of the season. Last game before the Home Run Derby and All-Star break, and he has most likely just secured a spot in both. 5-0 Hats lead. Dylan Miller. Pitch by Nick. Ground ball. Tommy Fields throws. Not in time. And Dylan's on with another base hit. Hits him. First walk issued today. Runners first and second now with no outs. Still no outs in the inning. Down by 5, 2 on. The pitch swung on way back into left center. And that's way back into the creek. Well over 100 and some feet. And Calvin Bergert in his 2nd LLW at bat in what would be his 2nd year. He did not show up to 1 game last year. Is now 2 for 2 with a single and a 3-run home run to give him run limit here in the top of the first. Bottom first after the 7-run inning, ball 1. Pitch, swung on into the corner, and a leadoff single now for the Cheese. Caleb Dickinson, he had 3 home runs in his opening day performance, and he walks. And another walk, ball low, bases are now loaded in the bottom of the first. Tommy Hawthorne had a walk-off home run in Game 1 of the World Series last year. This time he hits a fly ball caught by Calvin. 1 pitch, 1 out for Calvin on the game. The 0-0. Fly ball. Right field. Brayson puts it away. Now the base is loaded with 2 down here in the first. Caleb Dickinson. The 3-0. And he walks. A run's going to come in to score and bases remain loaded. Nick Stewart. Full count pitch. Ground ball, right back. Play at second, and he got him. Bases loaded, no outs, but they only could push 1 across. Top of the second. Ethan May to lead it off for the Hats. Caleb starting on the mound this inning and fouled back. 3-1. Way out. And after first pitch strike, 4 straight balls. Runner on first. Pitch by Nick Stewart. Swung on, fly ball, left field. And it's caught for the first out. Grayson Blyle homered off the foul pole back in the first. And this time he swings, drives center field. And he has number 2 on the game. It's a 2-run shot here in the top half of the second inning. And the Hats lead at 9-1 with 1 down. Pencil bat, and he goes yard and rights on home plate. Connor Burgett 2 for 2 thus far in the game, and he gets hit, but did he lead into it? When he came to load his hands, it looked like the ball may have hit the zone. Close call. They ruled Calvin as hit by pitch, so he's aboard at first. And there's strike 3 on Ethan May. 2 down now. 2 outs, 1 on the pitch. Lined over to Caleb. Not going to get an out. They're going to say something's wrong with the ball. Looked to be dented. Now that we have a new ball. Here's the full count pitch. It's a ground ball back to Nick. Play over at third. Caught by Will. Steps on the bag. And that's the 3rd out. They give up 2. Down 9-1 going to the bottom half of the second. Tommy Hawthorne to lead it off. Won the World Series with the Birds last year. Ball 1. Pitch by Calvin. And it's inside. And there's a runner on after the leadoff walk. Two. Swings. Center. And it's out of here. A sub home run. And the Chiefs put 2 on the board here in the home half of the second inning. And they cut the lead to, still a big lead, but they cut the lead to 6 now. 9-3. Hats lead. There's still no outs in the inning though. Caleb Dickinson holds, and he's aboard first base now with no outs. Nick Stewart, full count. He's been in a lot of those today, and this time he walks on a pitch that's not even close. Tommy Hawthorne back up, led off the inning with a walk, and this time fair ball, tagged out over there at first. Runners advance to third and second. The pitch by Ethan May. And swing and a miss on one way outside. 2 down now. Takes to load the bases back up with 2 outs. Nick Stewart looking to push some more runs across here. Hit. Bases stay loaded and a run comes in. It's 9-4 now with 2 outs. Tommy Hawthorne. Ground ball. Ethan can't get it. Dylan can't get it. A run's going to score and here comes another. 9-6, and they catch a huge break on 2 massive defensive errors by the Hats. Pitch popped up. And they both drop it. And they're both at the bag, but who is safe or who's out? That's going to be the question. They're calling out. But the Chiefs are going to want to review this. With the chance of putting more runs across here in the bottom half of the second. So who got to the bag first, Calvin or Will? And that is really close. They called Will safe at first. So it's going to be bases loaded now as there's a first pitch ground ball. And after all that, Ethan eventually tags him out on the very next pitch. 9-6, Hats still lead. Top of the third. Ball one. Swing, ground ball, play at one, and he got him. There's the first out of the inning. 1-2. Popped up. Right back to pitcher. And he puts it away. 2 down now. Looking to have a quick inning. 0-2 count. The pitch. Ground ball to Tommy. He's not going to get there in time, and he's just going to hold it. Base hit for Brayson with 2 outs. Calvin Bergert. Homered once on the game. Line drive. And it sneaks over. A 2-run home run. Barely. And with 2 down, the Hats put 2 more on the board. It's an 11-6 lead now. Here in the third inning. A rocket off the bat of Calvin Bergert. And barely escapes between the foul pole and the little bit of left field fence. Takes just barely low, and there's a walk. Outside. Runners first and second now, 2 outs. And after grounding out and flying out the first 2 batters, 2 runs have come across, and they've also just walked the bases loaded. Calvin with a grand slam chance in his debut. Sends a hard ground ball over to third. This is going to get him out of the inning, but Tommy bobbled it. A run scores and bases stay loaded. 12-6 lead now for the Hats. Fly ball. Way back. And Tommy puts it away and flips over the fence. And they finally get out of the inning on a nice play. 12-6 going to the home half of the third. Cheese with a chance to walk it off. Nick Stewart, the team captain, to lead it off. Strike 1. Pitch hits him. And he's on with a walk. They need to bring 6 across or else they have been eliminated from the National League playoffs. There's back-to-back walks. If the Cheese lose this game, the Hats and the Birds would both be guaranteed playoff spots against each other, as there's a ground out at third for the first out. Caleb Dickinson. Swings, line drive. Dropped, but they still get the out at third. 2 outs now, and they're still down by 6. Nick Stewart. 0-2. Ground ball over to third. No play. Bases loaded. Tommy Hawthorne. 1-1. Fly ball. Way back. But caught by Ethan. Right next to the fence. And the Hats have secured a postseason spot, and the Cheese are eliminated.